Alright, so for this week's video, I thought it'd be fun to go through and talk about some of the things that I have worn the most in 2023. I've picked out a jacket, a pair of shoes, a pair of pants, and then I also wanted to just go over some little tchotchkes, some little things that are like personal skin routine, fragrances, that sort of thing, but also just a few other things. I got some records that I want to show you, some other stuff. So let's dive into it, and these are some of my favorite things from this year. So the first thing I want to talk about is this jacket from Maison Kitsune and Cafe Kitsune. The white denim jacket, trucker jacket, short coat, whatever you want to call it. This thing has been incredible. I actually got this jacket at Cafe Kitsune in Vancouver, kind of by accident. I went to Vancouver in July with a couple friends, and one of my big goals was to get a cool piece of denim. And we needed a cafe, and Maison Kitsune had one of my favorite kind of retail spaces, the combination store and coffee shop, which is a lovely thing and more places should do. I wanted to shout out the entire staff at Cafe Kitsune up in Vancouver. They were so friendly, so much fun to shop with them. They were great. I wound up getting it in an extra small because it's a pretty oversized fit, which is great. You know, it's really easy to layer. I can wear it well into the winter. I think the silhouette on this thing is awesome. It is a great straight workwear fit. It's got a ton of pockets. The rest of the trip, I basically wore this jacket every day. It is now gonna be my flight jacket pretty much exclusively because it has all the pockets that I can tuck my passport into, tuck my boarding pass into. It's got space to fit my camera inside of, and it's so easy to travel in this jacket, and it has quickly become one of my favorites. And ever since I got it, I wear it a couple times a week, and it's lovely. Next thing I want to talk about is a bit more of like a spring-summer thing, but it is just a pair of white sneakers that I got from Thursday. Thursday boots makes Thursday sneakers. I wear a ton of Thursday boots. I have the Presidents, the Chelseas, and you've seen those plenty on this channel. It was really easy for me to want to pick up these shoes. I think they do a great job. They're super versatile. I actually wore these when I saw Lord Huron back in May, and it was an absolute downpour of a concert. And you can actually see on the laces that the indigo from those jeans has actually kind of stained the top of the laces right here. And you can also see a lot of bluing on the whatever part of the shoe this is. That's because of rain and raw denim. And that's kind of fun. So, you know, sure, white sneaker, kind of hard to keep clean, but I like that they're getting a little scuffed up, a little dirty, and I can tell exactly what happened to get the bluing on my shoes. And all that bluing came from this pair of Broken Twill Naked Famous jeans. I've talked about these before. These are the offshoot denim. This is what really got me into menswear and fashion and inspired me to kick off this YouTube channel and really start diving into creating around clothes. It's funny to think of clothing as having a really big impact on what you do and how you approach the world, and this pair of jeans really made me think about clothing in a very different way as almost an art form and something that is more than just picking something out to wear on a day-to-day. Obviously, it's a great pair of jeans first and foremost. You know, I've worn this to that concert that I mentioned, and even though the indigo ran onto my shoes, I'm excited to start getting some really interesting fades in this over time as I, wear these in and start seeing my life reflected in a pair of pants, which, that's kind of a cool concept, and I think that's why people like denim and leather and all that stuff that gets to patina and wear over time. But these do kind of have a little bit more of an emotional significance to me as as I start this channel, as I really start diving into creating, and these jeans will always be one of the catalysts for this. So those are my clothes things, and I want to just talk about other things. Before we get too off the theme, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite cosmetic stuff that I've been using recently. This year was big for me in terms of getting into using a fragrance. Not something I really ever did before this year, but I've come to really, really enjoy it. I, like so many people, have been using the Maison Margiela replica line, specifically the Autumn Vibes. This has been Kind of my go-to scent, especially for the fall and the spring. But for the proper winter, when it's like, you know, below 30 degrees and that sort of thing, I've really been liking the Aesop Uranon. It's like a much heavier scent, and I think it works great when the weather's cold. Now, some more non-fashion things that I wanted to talk about. First is this little Leica D-Lux 7. I got this over the summer, I think, maybe in the spring, and it has been incredible. I've been using this Sony a7 III that's filming this video for ages now, and even though it's a mirrorless camera, it is still kind of big. But what I love about this D-Lux is it's literally something I can throw in my pocket. This is the camera I reach for when I just want to take photos and just kind of want to document my day-to-day. I'll throw up some photos that I've taken with this camera on screen here. It's not the most powerful camera, it's not the most high quality camera, but it is the camera that I use, and it's a camera that has created a lot more memories for me to look back on that a bigger, more powerful, more high definition camera, I guess, would ever do. And now, finally, just the last little thing. Wanted to highlight 3 albums that I've been really enjoying. I'm an analog music guy. I love my vinyl and CDs. Are CDs analog? I don't know. But anyway, I just wanted to shout out a few albums that I've really been enjoying. First up, one of the ones that came out this year was Dan Kroll's Fools. A lot of people might know Dan Kroll because a song from his first album was used in a GTA 5 trailer like ages ago, and I think the GTA 6 trailer just dropped last week. If I say GTA 6, maybe this will boost the YouTube algorithm and put it in something trending, so yeah. The other album that came out this year that I want to shout out is My Big Day from Bombay Bicycle Club. I've always loved Bombay Bicycle Club. They're kind of one of those formative early indie pop bands that I really loved. Them and Two Door Cinema Club, both of which I'm going to be seeing in May. This one's also really cool because it's pink and that's fun. And then finally, the album that has probably been my favorite this entire year that came out right at the start is Paramore's This Is Why. I would say Paramore is a guilty pleasure of mine, but I feel no guilt about it whatsoever. I've loved Paramore since I was a kid. I'm gonna love him now. We saw him over the summer. It was incredible. One of the best shows I've ever been to. And, you know, it's never just a phase. So that was a quick little roundup of some of the things that I really enjoyed using this year. 2023 has been a little bit of a chaotic year for me personally, but it has really set the stage for a lot of things that I'm very excited about for 2024. So here's looking to the future, seeing what 2024 will bring. I hope you guys have a good rest of your year. I'd always appreciate if you did the YouTube thing, like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff really helps me out as I continue to grow this channel. You can follow me on Instagram if you just want to see more of what I'm up to on a day-to-day. And until then, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.